If you're a business owner and you feel like you're wearing three different hats, prospector, sales, and fulfillment, I've got something for you. The problem isn't hustle, it's not your skills, it's systems, and it's a foggy offer. I'm going to flatten this roller coaster with one Google Doc. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build it for yourself, or we can do it for you. You may be asking yourself, why should you listen to me? Well, over the last 5 months, I've participated in converting 475 conversions into an online course. 92 of those personally done over Zoom. Tens of thousands of DMs were sent out, and a portion of those were closed through just DM. $137,000 in revenue were generated in just the last 5 months. So like I mentioned before, this isn't a skills problem, it's a systems problem. And this one Google offer document is going to fix everything. It's a living knowledge base. In the AI age, these docs feed AI 24/7. Our agents can channel legends in copywriting and make your copy sound just like them. Just think, no 5K retainers to hire a copywriter. You hire an evergreen AI agent once, and it's built off of this foundational document. Just remember, garbage in, garbage out. Clear and precise prompting with a precise knowledge base is how you get the gold. Let me show you what I mean live, messy, founder to founder. So, your first step is copy and paste everything you've got as far as a homepage, a VSL transcript, chat logs, sticky note ideas, anything that was ever written on the back of a napkin. Take a picture of it, and you're going to put it into our custom GPT that thrives on volume. So why this matters is most founders are scattered across to Notion, Voice Notes, Google Drive. When they condense everything into one ideal place, these agents can actually access the information way better than they can if it's scattered. So essentially, we got everything built over here in a Notion doc for you. And the interesting thing here is it even goes through like the requirements. It gives you how to do all this stuff by doing Command A, Command C, Command V, and gives you some access to a few different ways that you can just talk to your computer. And we find that actual talking to the computer actually gives you even better prompting for designing these documents. Oftentimes, even on Zooms, we will simply, when we ask people about what they sell or who they sell it to, we will just use Whisperflow to actually record what they're saying in their own words and then put that into our agent, and it literally produces magic. So super simple. You're just going to simply create a new document. And then from there, we're going to collect some data. So if you have any of these established things in your business, such as websites, VSLs, YouTube descriptions, Loom content, any of that stuff, you can simply just cut and paste it. And if you don't, you're going to want to use that way to just talk to the computer and essentially put it into this agent right here. Okay, so here we're inside one of our custom agents, and I'm just going to click Get Started. Now, of course, if I had any of these things, you could just cut and paste them into here. But let's say I didn't have any of those. You could use Whisperflow, or you could just simply click right here. I currently sell to SaaS founders a service that helps optimize their lead flow and get them 10 book calls on their calendar each and every month with their target ideal customer profile. So we're going to start just super basic, and we run you through the questions on the document right here as to what you sell, who you sell it to, and you just answer all of those questions right in here. And it's going to give you what you sell, the product, who you sell it to, market fit, and then we're going to cut and paste this into your Google Doc. So we're going to give you an unfair advantage because we're going to put your unique asset and the way you deliver that as a result in a certain time frame with a guarantee, all structured in a Joel Irway power statement that's a little bit lower in that Notion document. So once you get through this entire document and use all of these custom agents, It's going to give you authority cold emails, DM openers. It's going to also give you ad headlines, hooks in your voice, or you can ask it to do it in a famous copywriter's voice. VSL outline, all done for you. All you have to do is plug it into your teleprompter. What I've found is that most solopreneurs are juggling prospecting, calls, fulfillment, and they don't have any time to be able to do all of them precise. With this, you're going to be able to leverage GPTs and systems so that your pipeline runs without you being tied to prospecting. If you want that entire Notion document with all of the GPTs and the prompts, comment the word doc, DOC, down below, and I'll make sure to send you over the link. All right, so we just went through doing the product market fit. The next step is going to be creating your power offer. And these are the step-by-step processes of doing that. And then after you create your power offer, we're going to move on to creating your competitive advantage. And this is what differentiates you from everybody else in the marketplace. And I'll use a prime example here. An example would be somebody tells me on a call, yeah, I do database reactivation. And my reply to them is, yeah, you and everybody else on Fiverr. So this is how you separate yourself with a unique selling proposition to make sure that you stand out in the marketplace and you don't just slide into the fog of everybody else offering the same service. Now, next comes identifying your ideal customer profile. And the reason that this is so important is targeting and your messaging are some of the most important things in outbound marketing. We really want to dive into your actual ideal customer profile. And this is going to help you identify that person in the marketplace with absolute precision. Next, we're going to move on to your buyer persona. This is going to essentially describe your specific customer and their buying intentions to a T, so that even hidden pain points that you may never even considered, this is going to reveal them to you. And then we're going to move into the buyer's mind. The buyer's mind is what keeps people up at night, what's constantly going through their heads, and that are the problems that if you frame your offer around, will speak directly to them, and they'll be pulling their credit card out to pay for your offer even before you ask for it. Now, what you've been doing is simply taking the outputs, cutting and pasting them back into each new agent as we go through this process. And the next one here is developing a unique selling mechanism. And the final one is one that I personally love, which is your differentiation mechanism. By cutting and pasting all of this info, these custom agents thrive on information. So the more precise you've done the previous steps, the better outputs you'll get in these last two steps. So you may be asking yourself at this point, like, why am I building this? Well, it revealed to us over at Lead Gen J that we needed to have a unique name to one of Jay's offers. When we actually named it Inbox Income Engine, sales jumped 41%. So you may be asking yourself, how does this apply to me? Going through this process and finding unique selling mechanisms to name your offer can help you move the needle. Just remember, every day that you stall, competitors are grabbing your leads. Revenue is trickling away. So just as a quick wrap up, we'll give you this entire document, either in a Notion form or a Google Doc form, whichever one you personally like. We'll give you access to each one of these custom agents and let them draft world-class offer documents for you. One of my favorite GPTs is the named mechanism one that's going to help you put a name around your offer. Remember, this is a foundational document, and it not only works for people that are just starting, this can be the game changer to take you to the next level, even if you have an established offer. Now, remember, if you want this document and access to each one of these custom GPTs, just comment the word doc, DOC, down below, and we'll make sure to get it right over to you.